Guys, as you can see on your screen, I have done an amazing DIY. So this is me just packing my favorite day-to-day items on this bag because guess what? We just created a waist belt bag. Is that the right correct the correct word? I guess. We just created this amazing piece of fashion statement and I love it. So hi guys, welcome back to my space. If you're new here, thank you so much for dropping by. If you're an OG, I see you. So, guys, today I'm creating that amazing bag that you've seen on the introduction, and I'm creating from scrap pieces from old jeans. So, as you can see on your screen, this is just me with pieces and a zipper. So, for these pieces, the back piece is the longest one, which was 10 centimeters. The width is 10, and the length is 8. So, and then we're going to remove this waistband, sorry, with this waist from the old jeans. If you have been watching my recent DIYs, you know that I've been misusing these old jeans because why not? Yeah. So as I told you, for all the OGs on this channel, you know that I don't throw any piece of outfit or any piece of fabric. We usually utilize everything that we have. Yeah. So yeah, this is me just removing the waistband from the jeans. It was actually one of my best favorite trousers. Yeah, but it was old. So once we have gathered all our pieces, the next thing we're going to do is to sew. So tunaenda kushona. So I have both pieces. There's one that is bigger than the others. And first of all, I did cut two pieces. So the back and the front was the same size. And then I divided the front part to have 6 inches. As I said, it's 8, the length is 8. So I did 6 inches and then 2 inches to separated those into two. Yeah. So that on the front, I have this small piece, as you can see, which I'm trying to attach here, and the other one. So when it comes to attaching, you have to just make sure that you have a lining of your choice. So you're going to place the lining right side facing up, then you place the zipper, and then on top you place the fabric, the denim fabric. So with this denim fabric, once you do this, you'll just realize that you're stitching when the right sides are kissing. So the in between the lining and the denim jeans, it's the zipper, right? So we have created our zipper facing upwards, and yeah, you go down and stitch, and this is what you'll get. So you'll have two pieces, the zipper in between, and then you'll just go ahead and turn. Make sure that you stitch closer to the edge of the zipper, so so that you don't have gapping in between. Yeah. So once this is done, you're just going to turn the lining to face upwards, and then we're going to add this. So when it comes to adding this, we're going to make sure that the lining's facing down, the right side of the fabric is facing up. And I know already some of you are judging. You'll be like, oh, that is not a square. Ulikataze, how are you cutting them? Don't worry, don't worry. As I mentioned, these are scrap pieces. So with leftovers fabric, you don't worry how they're cut. As long as at the end of the day, when you're stitching, you make sure that you align them. Imagine you're okay. Perfection, Miss Perfectionist, inje, uko inje. So yeah, we're placing it up like that. So again, we're repeating the same thing we did, but now this on the other side of the zipper, right? Remember we sew one side, so we're going to do this on the other side. But now at the moment we're placing the lining, the bigger lining, and then this the one that we added, the zipper, and then we're covering it with the second piece. All this is the front piece. Remember, I've told you the front piece was divided into two. So yeah, we're going to stitch down like this. And then that means that now we will have one complete piece. The front piece will be complete. So the only difference is just that in between it's divided by the zipper. See that? See that? Exactly. So now we have a complete. If you measure this, it's going to give you 10 inches, just like the back piece. It's just that the difference is just that this is a two piece and then the back piece is one. All right. So once we have done this, you can be able now to trim the edges because we don't have to have a bulky edge. So we're going to cut off the bulkiness on this from the inside, and that this is going to happen on both sides. The one that we did stitch the first one, that is the upper part, and then we'll also do that on the second seam that we just created for the lower part. Yeah. So that's it. You can be able to remove the seams by reducing the size, or you can notch them just like that. You can create small notches, or what are they called? Then yes, you can just notch them like that, so that when you turn the piece, there's no bulkness to that. Yeah. Once you're done, once you're done with this, we're going to make sure that we top stitch so that they lay flat, because nothing beats a perfectly stitched fabric. Yeah. So we're going to top stitch. So for this one, you can just open up your zipper and make sure that you're top stitching closer at the edge, kabisa, closer to your zipper, so that it can lay flat, and ensure that there's no gapping again when it comes to the zips. You see how it's laying perfectly. Yeah. So for this one, when you're putting, kindly make sure that you align the lining and the upper part. And once you're done top stitching, you will have one amazing front piece. You see? That's it. And then cut all the excess. You don't need the excess. So just go ahead and cut all the excess. So as you can see, for us, the upper part was very long. I don't know what was happening here, but the upper part was very long. So I had to trim it down to make sure that uh, the width is all the same with the backward. Oh, sorry, the length. Yeah. Just make sure, you see, I'm cutting to ensure that it fits or it matches the lower part, because that is the real thing. That is what is making the bag. All right. So once you're done, we're going now to use the back part. As you can see, the back part is full, so it's not divided as the front part. But if you take the measurements of the back part, and now the two divided front sides, they're supposed to be the same. So we'll start by placing the lining right side facing you. Right. So the right side has to face upwards. I wish there was a difference in lining. You could have been able to tell, because for me, I'm able to see the difference in the lining because with the I know the outer part and the inner part. Yeah. But anyway, so once you have done that, then you're going to place the right side facing the other one. So the right sides are kissing, and in this case, the right side are kissing, and now the wrong side will face you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So and then as we're doing this, we're making sure that the front part is in between the two. All right. So again, I'll lay them for you. So the lining, the right side is facing up. Then you place the front part in between, because you're going to sandwich that. So you're sandwiching the front part, and then you put now the back part, the right side facing down, so that they can be able to kiss. So the right side of the upper fabric is kissing the right side of the lining. And then once that is done, we're going now to stitch the sides, the bottom part and the other side, right? The two sides. So we're going to leave an opening at the top, where you remember the small piece, where the small piece on the front side is. We're going to leave an opening on that, so that we can be able to have a place where we can turn the fabric. And the reason as to why we're not stitching all through is because, again, we need to add the waistband. Yeah. So yeah, this is just me trying to stitch and making sure that my stitches are very straight, so that it can give a definition to the bag. So you don't want to have a bag that's a mainama, so you have to make sure that you have definition. So this is just me aligning and making sure that they are on the same size, same place, perfectly fitted, because again, you want to have the most beautiful piece after you've done the stitches. Yeah. So yes, as I said, we're just doing 3 parts, and then once that is done, we're going to now turn the fabric. Remember, the upper part, the back part is wrong side. So once you're done, please ensure that you cut all excess fabric. At the end, at the corners, make sure you notch the corners, because when you turn, you want to have a perfect or smooth ending, So, yes, after that, cut out the excess, because you don't want to have the excess fabric or any bulkness on your seams. So, we're going to remove all the seams on this. And then once done, you turn. And just like that, you've already made the body of the bag, because we're done. I feel like at this point, we are already done. So you can be able to uh, add accessories on this bag. You can be able to stitch at the top if you want to have a unique um, different style of bag. This is the perfect way. You can be able to now add either a belt on top, or any, like, let's say, a chain, depending on what you're looking for. Like, this is the body of the bag. We are completely done. So we have already turned. You can see there's a zipper. So you can be able to open the zipper to allow you to get to put your things. And yeah, if you can tell, once we have stitched, like, just look, you cannot tell that you had some weird excess fabric, because now they are on the same level. It all depends on how you're stitching, yeah. Then once done, now comes in the waistband. I know you're already wondering, I thought this jeans was blue in color. Yes, it was. I don't know what happened on this setting. I don't know what happened with the lighting, but I feel like even this type of denim, if I had such a color, it would be one amazing uh, denim, because just look at how cute it is, yeah. So that means you can be able to use any type of denim, any color that you want. You're not limited, yeah. So once you're done, we're going to add this, so you can decide where you want to place your bag. So on my end, I don't want it to be at the center of my tummy. So I want it to be somewhere on my thigh, or just neck closer to my hip. So that is why it's not starting at the beginning of the waistband, of the waist belt, and it's not also at the center, yeah. So I'm trying to place it here and figure out, should I just stitch it once, just pin it down and then stitch it once, or how do I go about it? But I remembered, like, if you want to have a perfect top stitch, you need to do everything else. You just need to stitch everything else down and then make it the last one, the last part. So that I decided I'm not going to stitch it down all at once. I'm going first of all to make sure that the bag is well placed. So I decided I'm going to just make sure I stitch from where the bag starts to where it ends. So I'm not stitching all around the waist first. I'm going to place the bag there and stitch. If you are perfect with your stitches, you can still just place it and then do a top stitch completely. But for me, I needed a double. I don't know. I just felt like I should place the bag first, so that all those raw edges can be hidden, and then I will top stitch. Yeah? So I'm stitching down there, as you can see, so that we can secure the bag. And this is both the back, the front, and the waist, one part of the waist. So I opened up the waistband, yeah. And then once you're done stitching, it means that you've placed your bag correctly. Then you'll finish up with the top stitch. Like, this is most simplest DIY. I know it is super, super easy to do, because again, you're using, like, for the waist, I used something that was already stitched. So I just opened it up and then placed the bag, and then stitched it back. Yeah. You see the way it looks so nice. Yeah. Looks so good. Yeah. So once that's done, then I decided now I'm going to top stitch the entire waistband, or the entire waist, so that we have a complete stitch. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay it down flat, and then pull it all the way, stitch all the way, just do a top stitch from corner to corner. At the beginning, make sure that you back stitch, so that you can have a firm stitch beginning, it does, so that it doesn't run. Yeah. And also at the end, when you're finishing up, you also make sure that you top stitch. Yeah. So when top stitching, ensure that the waist aligns with the upper waist aligns with the bottom one. Yeah, so you don't want to have two different sizes. Yeah, so you just make sure that you stitch pole 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 pole, and with that we're done. The bag is ready. You can carry this bag anywhere you want. Trust me, I'm going to misuse this bag. This bag is going to be going with me everywhere. Be it on the in the market, I have the bag. Simple walks, I have the bag. If I'm going for a walk or a nature walk, this is where I'm going to be carrying my things. And with that, we are done. Like, I'm done. I feel so happy. I feel so proud of myself for creating such a masterpiece from scraps, like from fabrics, leftover fabrics, and just like that. Now I have somewhere where I can be able to place my daily glasses. This is my day to go, my day to day glasses. And then I have a body lotion that I'm placing there. So the tiny things, yeah. Then I can be able to place my phone. It fits perfectly. You see, it can carry a lot, and it doesn't feel heavy. That's my key, then my lip gloss, and just like that, we are outside feeling sexy. It looks chic, it looks amazing, it's stylish. It can go with any outfit that you have, any day, anywhere, and you don't have to struggle. Just look at that masterpiece. I love it. If you love it, give this the video thumbs up. And if you want me to see me creating something else, let me know. Till next time, bye bye.